And good morning, everybody out there all over the Rando universe here. We've got a nice, good old fun start to your, well, I'm going to say Saturday for pretty much everybody around here. Uh, we're kicking this off with a nice 7:10 Eastern match between Top Life and Scarlet here. Scarlet finishing number 1 overall in her group, Top Life getting out of group F there. Scarlet going 2-1 and 2-1 in Group O to get through here. Been looking forward to this one for quite a while here. My name is Dazed Cloud. I'm going to be your commentator today. Right now here, we're going to have a quick little shout outs here saying to our tracker there, Akuhaish there. Going to be clicking the buttons behind the scenes there. These guys should be setting off in just a moment, and once they get going, we should be nothing but amazing rando action here. And it looks like we're off. All right, Uncle's leaving our house here, and he's left us to start with just a piece of part to start off this trek. Now, as probably most people have known who've been watching this, is we're doing a standard start here with hard mode. Hard mode meaning that we're going to have a maximum of 14 hearts available to us, a maximum of a tempered sword, no mail upgrades. So we've got it's a little bit trickier, but for runners of this caliber, it's nothing too difficult here, as it looks like our starting weapon of the day is going to be the bow. So quick look here from the guards prize pack here. We're getting both runners just immediately getting a little bit of luck with their with the drops, and finding that the guards and therefore the ropes are going to have the magic prize packs today here. So there's not going to be any bombs here. One of the biggest things we got to look for in this first escape sequence here is we're looking for one of the enemies to drop bombs for you. The biggest problem is we know now that the guards aren't going to help us. And also looks like the snakes there, the ropes in the hallway, aren't going to help us as well. And that single arrow really isn't going to do a whole lot of good for us. So for these runners, what they're going to hope for is they're going to hope for one of these next 3 chests that they find to contain bombs. And if they do, they'll be able to open the back of escape and get the 3 chests back there. Now, if they don't, now that's something they're going to have to come in later. Well, so far, nothing really of interest here. We're just starting with a couple of things. Now, runners of this caliber are kind of looking to get out of this escape sequence around about the 6-minute mark. Now, there's a couple of marks that you can kind of cut for yourself. Like, for me, if you're into the main lobby area after rescuing Princess Zelda here, as Scarlet has just done, if you're into the main lobby area by about 4 minutes, you're good to go. That usually means you're on a pretty good track. You're not too far behind. We'll have to see if they'll be able to match this up. Now, Scarlet is playing out of Brazil, I want to say, and maybe not known as kind of a newer runner, but at the same time, just bursting onto the scene here, part of a very strong open league team that won their way into the Invitational League of the Link to the Past Randomizer this past year. Very quickly being known as somebody to watch and learn from. Toplife, on the other hand, been around a little longer, playing out in Norway. Strong player in his own right as well. very, very good. I want to say in the previous tournament made it to the bracket stage as well. So both of these runners are hoping to get out of this round of 64, make it into the next round of 32. But unfortunately, one of them will be able to do that. The other one will have their tournament end here in this best of 3 time. All right, we're going to take a quick look here. Getting closer and closer to finding out whether or not we're going to have any sort of bombs available to us here, any sort of snakes. Not snakes, but the rats here in just a second as, yeah. Well, we know one thing. We know that the map is in one of these back 4 chests. So we're going to fire a whole bunch of arrows over here into the corner and find... Well... Not sure what we found yet. Oh, no, that's 2 hearts. There are no bombs in this escape sequence at all. So we're going to have to come back for that later, probably. And you can see both Scarlet knows that, so does Topplife. They are just not even stopping to farm any more rats here. They're just motoring directly towards the exit. It's going to be kind of a trick here to decide what they want to do. Now, Topplife did take a very quick map check at the beginning there. Topplife does know that Eastern Palace is a crystal, I believe. So he might decide to go that way. Scarlet's going to at least leave this area and finds the map in Sanctuary, just confirming that there are 3 chests sitting there in the back of Escape that nobody could get to. And both runners are just going to make their way immediately to Kakariko, it looks like. Topplife might take a detour here, though. It looks like he might be heading up towards the Lumberjack. Going to get a quick check to see if there's anything hiding there. Going ahead and farming a tree pole here as both runners are going to go check the bush crabs as well here, trying to find out if there's something something that can help them out. As ooh, hey, hello flippers. So Topplife getting some early information there. Flippers are sitting there on the Lumberjack ledge as Scarlet jumps into the back of Lost Woods drop down here, finds the Quake medallion, and just goes ahead and saves and quit here. Kind of a more common thing to do for runners if you don't have bombs. You want bombs going into Kakariko, and not having them, kind of a big deal. So Scarlet's going to come in again here from the south and farm these 50-50 bushes down here towards the bottom. All right, those tree poles also not helping. So we're just getting not sort of any interesting things at this point for both runners. That's kind of an unfortunate thing here. As Topplife down to a quarter heart already. Scarlet going ahead and checking race game, seeing nothing there. And it looks like Library is also dead here. So Toplife's going to take the shorter kind of double dip here, up possibility, and go directly into the well where he finds the hook shot and some bombs. So gets bailed out there. It's going to be able to get everything in here. Scarlet's going to check a couple more other things here. Now, I happen to know that Toplife's favorite early weapon to find there is the hook shot, so I imagine he's just squealing with glee right now. That was a celebration hookshot miss. As, man, that lot of nothing everywhere else right now. Well, we got a mushroom. So, mushrooms are useful. Early mushrooms kind of tend to make you think that the witch might have something. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe the first thing that Toplife does out of here is to fake flip her over towards the witch's hut as Scarlet gets 3 bombs to replace the bomb that she had just spent. As earlier we did see a green 20 rupees there. That's going to be one of our armor upgrades. Possibly silvers as well, as I'm seeing that being talked about in chat. And like I mentioned earlier, we are on hard mode, which, as we said, no mail upgrades for our runners today, and we're not going to find silvers. So both runners at this point would probably really, really appreciate finding some sort of weapon that's not the bow. Both runners kind of just gonna recheck kind of what the others have done. Scarlet getting to basically save and quit from the bottle vendor there after finding out that, yeah, he's not really got anything either. Probably gonna head down south here. Looks like Scarlet's already pulled out that mushroom. Probably gonna see that fake flipper play over there. Now this is a very tricky fake flipper to get, but Scarlet not really having any problem there, getting through no problem. Now, Toplife deciding not to go immediately and check that mushroom, instead going to go down South Shore. Now, kind of an interesting idea there. Toplife knows that the flippers are sitting there on Lumberjack. Now, Scarlet does not know that at the moment, but she finds the boots off of the mushroom. So a big early check for Scarlet there. Now, Toplife, unfortunately for him, is going to go check Mini Moldorm Cave first. So he's going to miss those boots for probably not that long. Laughing at Ari in chat there. In the NMG route there, you do get those boots at about 11 minutes exactly there. Perfectly right on time. As there we go, we finally get a sword there out of Mini Moldorm Cave, and oh, so nice to finally see we get a glove there. So those 3 items that both runners had to orphan in the back of Escape are just going to be available to get at this point. You're not going to have to run all the way through. I think really quick here, we're going to get to see exactly how much of a difference boots make in, especially in these, a lot of this early routing here. I kind of feel like Scarlet is going to be able to just catch up to Toplife in Ice Rod Cave in pretty much no time whatsoever. Scarlet's about to get her sword and her glove out of Mini Moldorm Cave here. Toplife going to give us a quick show of what is sitting here in Ice Rod Cave. And just 3 bombs. Now, he's going to save and quit out of that. It's probably a pretty good thing to do, especially considering he doesn't have the boots, he doesn't have the Moon Pearl. Any sort of water walking or any sort of fake flipper play right now would only get you Zora and Hobo if you're really feeling like making that swim. Now, Scarlet, on the other hand, with being able to set up this water walk, I might see her go into the Waterfall Ferry. Or not. Alright, we're going to see a save and quit, and Toplife goes ahead, and there we go. We have Mitts and our Moon Pearl. There is your Axis, which is maybe kind of disastrous for Toplife. When is he going to go over and check that mushroom now? Oh, and that is an ice rod there sitting on the... Oh, man, that is an ice rod sitting on the island there in Kakariko. Not in Kakariko, in Lake Hylia. That now means that unless both Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock are crystals today, are pendants today, this is guaranteed to be an Agaseed. Actually, yeah, nope. Siryu X do bringing up a point there. There is a pretty good chance that, you know, you could go ahead and not... Yeah, you can't actually do that with the Ice Rod, can you? Well, can you? Yeah, because you'll have to set up a water walk, right. There are ways to be able to get that. It's painful. Scarlet's about to get the information that the flippers are sitting there in Lumberjack. So now we have runners with equal information. Top Life prioritizing going ahead and clearing Eastern Palace, while Scarlet looks to be making her way towards the only Dark World access point that she has here in the portal north of Kakariko. Gonna have to see which one of these runners is gonna make the early play here. All right, some information here. We got a green pendant sitting on a Thieves Town. Other pendants are Pod and Misery Mire. A 5/6 crystal on the Tower of Hera. Thank you, Scarlet, for keeping that up there long enough so we could actually see what everything is. That is going to 100% guarantee that we are looking at an Agaseed today. But I mean, the flippers there more or less guaranteed that we were likely to have a logical one no matter what. But yeah, this is required Aga at some point. So Top Life is going to need to get those boots from the witch at some point today. We just don't know when that point is going to be. Oh, an interesting. Top Life deciding to go directly to Armos Knights there, not going to the Eastern Palace Big Key Chest. This is a very risky play. I was not counting the amount of items he had there. Hopefully somebody else was. Maybe he knows what he's doing here. To be honest, I'm the only person in the commentary booth at the moment, so I'm trying to follow two screens at the same time here. 2 items out of Eastern. Thank you very much. All right, Scarlet grabbing looked like a heart container out of one of the chests here in Skull Woods. Going to be looking this top, setting up for the bottom right Armos Knight's kill here. This is one that you typically use in the Ice Armos room here. It works just as well. These Armos are going to come, just circle around right into you, and they are dead. And that's going to be second item here out of Skull Woods there. That is the cape for Scarlet, as Top Life goes ahead, clears out his Armos Knights there. That's going to be crystal number 1 for him. Alright, that's actually a really good time for Scarlet to go ahead and find that cape, because, I mean, this is like the most easy time to check it here, as we take a quick look at Bumper Ledge, see 50 rupees and decide, yeah, no, thank you. Alright, now, Top Life, this looks to be a play up to Death Mountain here, which is a very interesting play. It's going to be slightly out of logic. I mean, Top Life's going to have to go through this dark room, but that is not a difficult thing for runners of this level. It's one of the easiest dark rooms to learn, especially if you're holding your sword out. And Scarlet, okay, now, interestingly enough, has found a second sword. We've got a bottle here off of the old man. So Scarlet is getting closer to being able to go ahead and get those flippers from the from Lumberjack at the moment. Now it's going to have a decision ahead of her in just a second, is how much of Thievestown is she going to want to do here? That is a big key in chest number 2 of Thievestown. And we're about to see a whole bunch of items over here on Top Life side. He's going to start with the 7 here in Paradox Cave. Scarlet, on the other side, finding that small key, there's a good chance that convinces her to come back to this later. Top Life getting powder out of this. Scarlet turning around, though, only finding one item in the front here is going to go directly to the back. This is a kind of an aggressive play, especially for a pendant. Alright, that's going to be blue cane for Top Life here, and a little bit of cash. And there is the lamp. Okay, so that gives Top Life some very interesting information right there. That is going to tell him that his way to get up this mountain was to use the flute. So that means flute is hiding somewhere available to Top Life before this moment. It doesn't exactly narrow it down particularly, because that could be Dark World, it could be Light World, it could be anywhere. That could be a Cane of Samaria sitting there on the floating island. That's great information for him. We're seeing a lot of items just sitting out there for everybody to be able to see. Has bombos in the top of Thievestown here. Alright, Spiral Cave's going to give us just a heart container, but Top Life's not done with the mountain yet. He's got all of Dark Death Mountain to look at, so that's going to be Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. Also going to give us probably a quick look at what the medallion requirement is for Turtle Rock today. Now, if it's Bombos, that means you're going to have to be required to go all the way to the attic of Thievestown to go get that, which could cause some problems. As there's your flute deep in Thievestown. That is a big find for Scarlet. I mean, everything just coming up Scarlet right now. This is a pretty aggressive play on Scarlet's side, coming into a green pendant Thievestown with no hammer. You're feeling like there's a decent chance you're going to be leaving an item. But coming out of that with 2 major items immediately, that just massive value from her point of view. Oh man, just a perfect blind fight, too. Perfect on script, perfect blind fight. And there's going to be the 3rd item as well, so Scarlet just completely hitting jackpot on that gamble, getting everything there. The compass is going to be in the big chest, so that's just fantastic for Scarlet. Top Life not having so much luck up on Dark Death Mountain right now. Yeah, there was nothing up here, and unfortunately, I did not see what the medallion requirement was for Turtle Rock, so guess we'll have to see here soon enough. And unfortunately for Top Life, he's gonna be doing this the slow way here, because unknowing to him, the boots are sitting there on on the mushroom turn in there for the witch. Scarlet just goes to the dig game, does one dig, sees a heart container, and just immediately decides, yep, I'm done. Top Life using that one bottle that he found up on Dark Death Mountain, went ahead and checked it real quick and got pretty much nothing out of it. Big shout outs to Scarlet's rupee count right now. That's hard to do at this point in the game. Luckily for her, she's going to Hype Cave. Hype Cave does not charge admission here. Probably you'll get some money out of here. Just because that tends to be what Hype Cave is doing for most of the runners at this point. Not actually giving items, but are given money, as there's 20 rupees up front. And yeah, that's it. Now, for Scarlet, she's probably going to make her way back, turn in this smith, activate her flute, and then... well, then there's options. Exactly what she wants to do at that point. Now, Topplife is unfortunately kind of staying on brand here. Now, that is... today is not something he wants to do because, unfortunately for him, we do know just how many things are in Pendant Thieves Town right now. Topplife opened Pendant Thieves, didn't even set a foot inside right now. Doesn't have a choice but to pick up that one, to pick up that heart, because he was still standing in the doorway. As Scarlet's going ahead and she's going to activate her flute, and at this point, there's going to be, man, some options. Misery Mire's going to be open to her as well. If she wants, she can continue with the Smith Chain there, but that's really only doing purple chest. Yeah, from here, it's really hard to say exactly where Scarlet's going to go. Probably a pretty good chance that Dark Death Mountain is going to look very, very interesting to her. Alright, quick look to see that the Smith turn-in is just going to be a hard piece. This Toplife's about to go get his incredibly interesting hype cave here of absolutely nothing. Scarlet, on the other side, looks like we are headed into Misery Mire area first. Alright, we see that it's Ether on Misery Mire, the medallion to enter there, so that's actually kind of good. It means that neither of the runners at the moment will be tempted to go in there. As the Mire Shed there, 2 chests, neither of them have anything that's going to move this progression along for our runners. You can just feel the difference right now between these two. Oh, right, of course, Scarlet has not actually done Eastern Palace yet, so yeah, this makes perfect sense for her to come on over here and clear this out eventually. It's going to be a lot faster than Topplife. Topplife having the hookshot when he came in was nice here, but Eastern Palace is a dungeon that is made for the boots. It's a lot of nice, straight hallways. This is going to just be really, really quick for her, because she just gets to blast all the way through here. Yeah, no, and right, area's right there. This is a perfect dungeon to have the boots, but in NMG, of course, you don't get it until after you beat it. I mean, game's well designed, but it does like to tease you sometimes. It's only us rando players who can actually appreciate just how good of how well this is. All right, now Top Life is now going into Thieves Town. Now this is going to be probably pretty good for him because he's gone through and he's checked most everything. So I see him finishing this, and when he does, he's going to get everything that Scarlet did. He'll get the flute, which will eventually, 20 minutes after Scarlet got them, get him the boots likely. Alright, now Scarlet's not going to take the risk that Top Life did about going all the way, about skipping this Eastern Palace big chest. Scarlet, on the other hand, is just going, I'm going to take care of this really quick. Alright, Scarlet making her way through these eastern dark rooms, not having any issue with them. Again, look at that nice straight line, perfect for a nice boots dash through. Using the cape to get around those anti-fairies there, finding just 20 rupees, so that means Top Life didn't leave anything in the Eastern Palace big chest of note. Gonna have that one voice in the back of his head going, telling him that, yeah, you left one thing in Eastern Palace, but at this point, if you left something in Eastern Palace, it's there for the entire rest of the seed, because you're never going back for it until you've already lost. Oh, Scarlet. Ooh boy, having a little trouble getting those Igors in there. Finds the key. It looks like it's made its way through the doorway. So we're going to have to see exactly how Scarlet decides to take down these Armos Knights there. Top Life going for the bottom right strat. There's the more traditional kind of top right strat that most NMG runners use. I kind of think Scarlet might do that. Unfortunately, this one Igor just decided to follow her everywhere. And yeah, this looks like your more standard traditional setup here on Scarlet's side. And a perfectly done fight there again on Scarlet's side. Both runners having absolutely no problems with the guys. Top Life now getting his flute, having to deal with that one red Zizak shooting fireballs right up the center there. That's just the worst place that guy can end up. And Scarlet going to give us a quick check to see what exactly is on this green pendant. Up just 10 arrows. So green pendant. So that's the one thing in the back of Thieves Town not worth getting. Everything else was great. Alright, Top Life into his blind fight here. Looks to be holding on to the script without any problem here. And yeah, same exact fight from him that Scarlet had. Perfectly done. Gonna get his fairy in the bottle. Gonna get his green pendant. Now, might see him run down and go grab the purple chest since he's going to be grabbing the flute here in a second. But we'll have to see what he decides. Might just save and quit and immediately get that flute going. And it looks like it's going to be purple chest. Or, oh, did he just skip? He skipped C-shape? Man, Top Life is, oh, okay. Alright, Top Life gonna go over here, get his purple chest. Scarlet coming up to the Spectacle Rock area. I don't know if Top Life did this. He does have a tendency to skip this area up here. Usually because it is just complete junk, and yep, it was complete junk. I should probably rephrase that. He likes to skip that until he has, like, a way to either go directly to Hera or to go into, like, Spike Cave. He'll probably yell at me later for giving away his secrets, but hey, you know, gotta do something. Scarlet is now gonna go into Mimic Cave, get her powder, go upstairs, get another bottle, and go ahead and get the lamp up here. And at this point, you might start to see both runners decide, you know what, I feel like it's time for Aga. As turns out, Purple Chest is nothing. Now, Top Life, if he flutes to 2, things are really good for him right now. But instead, looks like we're going to go check out the Meyer area as well. Or first, we're going to go check Agina's cave. Scarlet gets her information about exactly the location of the Red Cane today. It's a pretty fantastic location, considering if you can go ahead and get those... If you can go ahead and get both the ice rod and the fire rod before you come up here, then that's just extremely convenient. You can go directly up there. Yeah, that is a red cane on Floating Island, so we're going to need a few things to really kind of get going here. Now, Top Life going to pull out his flute, and if he flutes to 2, we're going to be just about equal, and that looks like it is. So this is going to be his boots. Now, he's probably going to say to himself, ah, no, the moment that he sees these, because he's going to think in the back of his head, okay, if my opponent did this, which is a very common play, she's had boots for 25 more minutes than I have. All right, and a little used fake flipper here. This is like an entrance level fake flipper, because we're going to go over and immediately check King's Tomb. That's a great route from Top Life right there. That's good heads up play. You just opened that up there. Top Life using a very, very smart little way to be able to do that there. If you bonk off of either of the trees on that area, as we finally get a look, Turtle Rock is Bombo, so you were required to go to Thieves Town today, and Top Life's going to be the first one up into Aga Tower here. Yeah, that fake flipper that Top Life did, it basically works that if you bonk off of the trees there, it will line you up perfectly so that all you'll have to do is hold, you know, left or right as you jump into the water there. Yeah, and we are basically more or less tied between these two runners at this point. Even though Scarlet had those boots for a considerably longer time than Top Life did, it's not like Top Life was being inefficient with his checks. I mean, he wasn't running, but the boots save time, but they, you know, sometimes it's a bit overrated for how much time they save. Scarlet, you can't do this. There, yeah, she got it. That's one of those feelings where you're like, okay, now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna route in Spike Cave, everything's fine, and then you get there and you realize, oh yeah, that's right, I need a hook, I need I need the hammer to do this. My personal favorite is if you're playing entrance and you try to do that and you get all the way to the back without a glove. That's a rite of passage there in cross keys, and it feels great. All right, both runners are sitting here making their way through Aga Tower right now. I guess this is where we're supposed to play a game of how many blue balls is Aga going to send our runners' way. Now, the seed is going to seed it for both. It's going to be the same for both runners here. So unless one of them misses, we are going to be we are going to be seeing the exact same fight on both sides. Topplife finding a way there to get pushed off of the side. Oof, Scarlet getting bounced off as well there. Gotta be careful here. Like, you don't usually need to worry here, but every once in a while you can get into this one situation where you get yourself 1.0'd, where you fall off the ledge, and in this Japanese 1.0 version of the ROM, falling off the ledge, you're still active to getting hit. And so you take damage from falling into the pit, the guys can hit you, and then before you know it, you can lose 2 or 3 hearts and find yourself in a really bad situation real quickly, as Scarlet's getting kind of low on health. Gotta be careful! Oh no, that is a terrible place for that to happen. Luckily, that fairy that she got from killing Blind is gonna come to her rescue here, but oof, that was not where you wanted to use that. Alright, since we're gonna see both runners probably in the Aga fight at the same time, if you could go ahead and make sure to give these runners a follow. I mean, this is round of 64 here, bracket stages of this tournament. Both of these runners, 2 of the best around here. If you can give them a follow, they would probably definitely appreciate it there. Also, big shout-outs to our tracker today. Aku Haish. Aku Haish. Haish? Yeah, he told me how to say it before, and I wrote it down to try to get it right, and do what you do. Anyway, Topplife is through that Aga fight here, and yeah, there was a lot of blue balls there, and Pyramid not having anything. Alright, moving over here, going directly to Catfish first. Now, question is whether or not Topplife is going to save and quit out of here, go get his flippers, or if we're going to be making our way over to Pod. There's not a whole lot of great options left for these runners. As answer is not going to be on Catfish, so a save and quit, probably a quick run over to get those flippers. And then, well, you get to play the great game of, is the hammer in Pod, or is the hammer going to be in Ice Palace? Or other comedy options. Alright, now on Scarlet's side, she's got the same decision here, and looks like she is going to go as well all the way up into Catfish and grab her piece of heart as well. Topplife picks up his flippers. And decision time for him. Where to exactly? Has not checked Meyer Shed yet. This is one thing that Scarlet does have over him. Alright, seeing that. Gonna get the quick save and quit. And it's time to see what we're gonna do next. Alright, so we just got these flippers. I think it's time to do some flipper checks. This makes perfect sense. Now, I wonder if on Top Lifes this is maybe kind of a bit of a hedge, knowing that he got those boots so late that if Scarlet had the boots early, she could have set up a water walk, gotten into Waterfall Ferry, maybe cleared out these items here. And maybe he feels like this is something he needs to take care of right away, because it would have gotten the hammer for both of the runners immediately if you had fake flippered a hobo from the beginning of the game. I mean, that's just mean. I mean, that's just mean right there. All right, Scarlet's just going exactly the same place, so Scarlet's gonna get her hammer. I mean, these runners are just neck and neck already. This is shaping up to be a pretty interesting race here at just over the 45-minute mark. Happy that you're all waking up this morning to go ahead and join me in this. My name's Days Cloud here. Thank you for joining us here on Speed Gaming 2. Hope you guys are going to have a great day. Stay tuned. We've got rando all day long. So this is going to be a fun one. And there is our Tempered Sword sitting on the Zora ledge. So that's even better for both of the runners. It looks like Scarlet is headed right behind Top to go ahead and get all of this as well. This is going to be well for both of us. Now, Top Life doesn't have the money for Zora, so he's just going to go and pick up this sword and say, well, hoping Zora doesn't have anything. And Scarlet goes, okay, so I've got a B. Let me see if I can go ahead and trade this in for something else. And the fairy decided, how about another B? Okay, now, ooh, Top Life making a bit of a play here. We are headed into Ice Palace right now. It makes sense. Now, a lot of runners tend to like to hold off on doing Ice Palace right now, as quick news from Zora says that he has nothing, so that's not going to burn Top Life at all. A lot of runners like to hold off on doing Ice Palace until we find the Cane of Samaria. Now, we know that the Cane of Samaria right now is sitting on the floating island, so we need the mirror to do that. Now, this makes sense for from Top Life's standpoint here, because this is a crystal. The only other option, really, would be to go into Pendant Pod. So, here we go. And yep, nope. Okay, bringing out a good point there as well. We do have Tower of Hera open as well, which is an option, but we have to climb all the way up there again if we really wanted to. And without that Cane of Samaria, we're not going to be seeing Icebreaker today, so I hope both of these runners have practiced their bomb jumps here and are not rusty on the trick that we don't really use that much anymore. I think Scarlet will be just fine here. Pretty high-level NMG runner here, so Scarlet I'm not worried about at all. Top Life, I manage he'll get it in the first 2 or 3 times. See, first time. Top Life going for that nice swag. Hookshot clip there on that spike ball. Didn't quite get the timing. Unfortunately, Scarlet having just a little bit of an issue there. Landing that one bomb placement. Kind of bounced it off of a corner there, but yeah. Gonna be just fine. Alright, Scarlet setting up her Ice Palace bomb jump. Nails that the first time without any problem. Alright, got a big key in the vanilla big key chest. It's always kind of a nice, nice little thing here. Scarlet taking a little bit of extra time there. Trying to use a key on a door that she doesn't have a key for. I mean, this time, these matches, you know, being part of the bracket stage myself here, it's a bit stressful. So decisions make and will get right in there with you, get into your head, and all of a sudden you make one decision that you probably shouldn't have made, and oh boy, it can cause you some issues here. It looks like Scarlet is just going to go all the way down to the bottom and come all the way back up. That's going to be her route. Now, Top Life is going to, you know, ping around a little bit more and hit his way down to Ice Tea Room here now. Fortunately, not finding anything down here. That's a check that a lot of people hate doing just because it's not fast. It takes a long time to do that. Alright. The easiest bomb jump in Ice Palace there, displayed on Top Life side. There, just go up into that top right corner there, right next to the thing, drop a bomb and just let the action do its work. Man, it's big chest, just 10 arrows here. This Ice Palace is not giving us anything. And yeah, we're on to Cold Stare already, man. So Ice Palace is giving us a crystal. And, well, I mean, there is a chance that Cold Stare has something. To be honest, I have not been counting items. But we're going to see here in just a minute as Top Life goes and uses the Bombos Medallion to go ahead and break open Cold Stare's shell. Got to be a little bit careful. Does have that fairy in his back pocket if things get a little weird, because Cold Stare hits extremely hard with green mail here. But who we kidding? Not even the slightest bit problem. As, yeah, that's the third item, and wow, Ice Palace gives you a crystal. That's crystal number 2 at the 53-minute mark. But, man. We gotta find something to do here. Well, Scarlet is, as was before, right behind Top Life, about to jump into her Cold Stare fight. Now, there's a couple of things that, oh, you know, Top Life, you just got to run away from that guy there. Though those red guards, those Usain Bolt guards there will just chase you forever, and they're just awful. Top life. You never checked the back of Sashirala's closet? I have so many questions. I mean, forget it. You know what? Why would I bonk open that wall? Scarlet, no! Oh no, she's not going to have a fairy. That is going to be a full dungeon clear again for her. Got nailed by the icicles dropping from the ceiling there. That is quite possibly the worst place to take a death. That really hurts. And yeah, in fact, it's just going to go ahead and save and quit out. And making a decision here. Looks like this might be a... Okay, we're going to Hera first. Yeah, this might be Hera, and then... Thinking we might be seeing Hera and Spike Cave over on Scarlet's side here. Now, Top Life, instead, we're going to be seeing Pendant Pod. Yeah, both runners are something to kind of look for here. 5 items possible on... Well, 5 items possible on Top Life's side. There's 3 items that we know about for sure in the area that Scarlet's heading to. Top Life finally silencing those beeps. Alright, so looks like we're probably going to see a Hera pot over here on Scarlet's side, as we've got the big key in the front basement. And a compass in the map chest. So now, I probably want to kill this Moldorm first. Okay. And yep. Slides right in there. Basically gets 1 pixel over the pot. And some magic happens and you're able to hookshot your way into that pot. It's such an amazingly kind of easier trick to learn as well. And it's changed a lot of things there. Scarlet going ahead and setting up a bomb jump to get over this thing. I think that's a little bit of the old... a little bit of the old... oh, what am I trying to say? Muscle memory kicking in there. Scarlet's going to work on Moldorm here. Gets a spin, gets a slash. Moldorm is down. So it's going to be crystal number 2 for Scarlet. And not an item of interest. Sounds like we've got an item in Hera basement, which is just not a whole lot of fun. Is Top Life's going to go ahead and he's going to set up for a hammer jump here. Nails it, no problem. And yeah, Scarlet really doesn't have a choice here. She is going to go ahead and immediately come back into the basement. 12 hearts is going to have to probably take some damage off of the tiles to set up a death warp. Top Life not finding anything out of pod, though. Looks like we are getting a, looks like she is going ahead and setting up the death warp here. Looks like, the assumption here is Scarlet's going to go ahead and go for Spike Cave after this. I mean, if you're up here, you're just going to want to make sure to try to route in as much as you can, right? Taking a little bit of extra thing there as, wow, it looks like, man, pod completely empty over on Top Life's side. So is Hera. So thinking about it, what else is there? I mean, we haven't seen hammer pegs yet. Skull Woods, we've seen the items. I mean, Magic Bat. Yeah, Magic Bat's one of those as well. We don't have the Ether Medallion, so it's not like we can even go into this. I'm very, very curious in what's in Spike Cave right now. Like, we're down to just single item locations here. And it's not Spike Cave either. Spike Cave is just 20 rupees. So we've got what I mean, I think for Scarlet, this is a decision here. If she goes to Pod, which is the most, you know, dense location here, this is gonna hurt her. It's because Top Life showed us there's just nothing in there. I mean, you don't usually say this. This is a very, very surprising time here where both runners have only 2 crystals to their name at the hour mark. Like, there's more than a handful of seeds in this tournament where both runners are in go mode at an hour. Hour in. And this is not one of those. This seed is being just very, very stingy. Alright, moving in here. Top Life's about to take on Moldorm. Scarlet gonna go ahead and re-show us what is in Pod here. And down goes Moldorm just as quick over on Top Life's side. That's going to be crystal number 3 for him. And then he gets to make that fun choice about going into the basement as well. And yeah, sure enough, yeah, he's going to head down. He's going to do his coffee break down at the bottom here. So we're going to be seeing the basement from Top Life here. Scarlet making her way through the back of Pod. At this point, again, yeah, thank you for joining us in for this first game between Scarlet and Top Life. This is a best of 3. We're round of 64 here on in the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament here, the 2021 version of that. Today featured Top Life and Scarlet here. Top Life, the second qualifier out of Group F. Scarlet winning Group O there. Both runners are very, very good. If you're just joining us, Top Life does have a bit of a lead at the moment here. Scarlet, unfortunately, ended up taking a death to cold stare in the very bottom of ice here, so she's going to have to come back and get that as well. Top Life deciding not to do the death warp and just immediately run back out of Hera. This is going to work both ways pretty much. Right now, we're looking for whatever our next piece of progression is here, but thank you for joining us today here on Speed Gaming 2. There's going to be races all day long. As Top Life gonna go ahead and do a nice casual hour plus spectacle rock check. Scarlet gets her hammer, bounces right across there, no problem. And heading into Spike Cave here to get his 20 rupees is Top Life. Alright. As both runners now have finished off basically the other's checks, and at this point it looks like, I mean, I have to imagine we're headed to Kakariko. We're gonna have to go and check what the bat has. We're gonna have to see what maybe Hammerpigs has. One of those has got to have our progression here, because this is last locating seriously, and looks like, yeah, Scarlet took like that first step to head towards the portal there, realized that if I do that first, I won't be able to come in and do do Magic Bat, so immediately turned around. And there we go. There is our mirror, finally sitting there on Magic Bat. It is crazy to think about that if you did the very low percentage play of fake flippering immediately from Ice Rod Cave early in the game, without the Moon Pearl, without the without the money to do Zora, and you went over to Zora, right? Went over to Hobo, you would have gotten that ages ago. So, just kind of crazy the way that this is played out. Now, and I wonder if that thought is in either of the other runners' heads right now, because I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of panic starting to set in, because they don't know that the other one has kind of done a very similar route to them. When you're racing, you're thinking, oh god, my opponent did the perfect thing. Like, you know if you hit the god route, but you also know if you've last located, and both of these guys last located hard. Alright, Scarlet making her way up through Hookshot Cave here to go ahead. She's going to go pick up her Cane of Samaria here off of Floating Island. And there she goes. She's got that now. That'll make going back into Ice Palace extremely, extremely easier. And I would not be surprised if that's exactly where she goes right now. Instead, heading to the Mire area, it looks like we're going to get a Desert Palace check. Desert Palace clear. Sorry. And probably a Checkerboard Cave check as well. I mean, if I'm trying to put myself in the minds of either of these runners right now, Scarlet's probably definitely feeling the worst, just because of that death to Cold Stare. I mean, that is just, I mean, a death to Cold Stare and a death to Vidi, two of the worst deaths that you can take in this game, just because you got to walk all the way back to the boss, and you get so much time to think about everything that you did wrong, and it just feels awful. Topplife, on the other hand, I can't imagine is feeling particularly good either. As, oh no, there's our Ether Medallion. So that Ether Medallion is probably not what Topplife wanted to see. That Ether Medallion now opens up Misery Mire. So, I don't usually like to talk about Ped Seeds, but it's time to talk about Ped Seeds. There's not much that could be on it right now. Pretty much the only thing that could be on it would be Fire Rod. But it is in logic at this point. All right, top life going for the 0 cycle. Not quite getting it here, but this is going to be a pretty quick Argus kill here. It doesn't have a single rod there to speed that along, but 2 Tempered Sword Spins going to take him down, and there you go. I'm pretty sure that's going to leave 3 items in Swamp Palace. I think he's going to head back in. Scarlet about to make her way into the Landmo fight here in Desert Palace. And yeah, 3 items here in Swamp Palace. Yeah, Top Life is 100% coming back in for these. Especially, I mean, we are 1 item away from go/no mode on Top Life's side. Alright, down goes Landmo. That's just another green 20 here. That could be a sword, that could be hearts at this point. Scarlet's sitting there with 13 hearts. Could be mail. There's a whole bunch of things it could be as Top Life finds the book there in the Swamp Palace big chest. So that's 2 more items opened up on top of now being able to know if it is one of those. Top Life, what are you trying to do there, bud? Alright, yeah, you gotta go back and hit the switch. Alright, so we get a quick checkerboard cave here check over on Scarlet's side. That's 10 arrows, so our fire rod is not there either. Alright, looks like Scarlet is making her way over here to join Top Life in Swamp Palace. Top Life's going to be the first one over to left side. Now, if Scarlet wants to... Oh, well, looks like we're first going to get a Cave 45 check over from Scarlet. And, yeah, nope, unfortunately not there either. So that's just 10 arrows. Left side swamp today, just the green 20. Second chest, just the 13th heart for Top Life. And tried to set up a hook dash there, gets it. Gonna go check the Bombos tablet, I think, here real fast. Maybe go back and double back to go get the ice rod off of the Lake Hylia Island afterwards. There it is. There's our fire rod. It is 100% required to come back into Swamp Palace with that big key you're going to get off of Argus. That puts Top Life basically into go mode. It's no mode. He has to go and grab the items, but he knows where all of them are. We're just going to call it go mode here at an hour, 13 minutes, and say 30 seconds. So yeah, this is really good for Top Life. Now, Scarlet being behind, I mean, it's not likely that she abandons checking the rest of Swamp Palace, but there is a chance that she could do that. And if she does that, that pretty much is going to just spoil any chance of her coming back in. Alright, Top Life grabs that big key. He's not making any more checks right now, so the clock is ticking on Scarlet here, unfortunately. Alright, very good dashes over here on Top Life's side, making his way back to Landmo. Scarlet using those boots to her advantage here. Having boots in Swamp Palace plus the hook shot there makes it all checking things so much easier. Gets the map here now. It is required no matter what here. Now, oh, I almost wanted Scarlet to go directly to the back here, because if you're only coming back for one item, you might just convince yourself you don't need it. Top life there. Nice zero cycle over on Landmo there. Doing really well. Scarlet, yeah, a little low on that bomb drop for Diver down there. Alright, looks like got it that time. Alright, for Top Life, that's Crystal number 5. He's got that Fire Rod. He can pretty much get everything. He needs to go get that Ice Rod off of the island. But other than that, it's just basically rush the dungeons. Scarlet going for the right side check here first. I mean, I don't want to say this is technically faster or anything like that. I don't think it's a matter. I think it's just a matter of preference. As there you go. There's the Ice Rod over on Top Life side here. This is going to be a quick flute to 3 so he can go out and take care of the Moth. And this is the thing that's worrying me is that Scarlet does have a non-zero chance of missing that book in the big chest there, because she's going to get every item, get the big key off of Argus, and then kind of have a decision. I know I'm already feeling behind. Do I take the time to go back in for one? It gets that ether medallion there that's opening up Meyer in her head. Okay, Scarlet making her way back to Argus. We might have dueling boss fights here in just a second. Maybe not. Scarlet might finish this this fight pretty quickly here. Looks like we're just going to go for the hook and slash strategy here. Not going to try to go for any fancy zero cycles or anything like that. This is perfectly fine because, as you can see, this is just one cycle and he's pretty much ready to go. Having that mirror out always makes you a little nervous. That mirror might means she's leaving. See what happens. Alright, Moth is exploding over on top left side. We're going to have probably in stereo crystal raises. And, oh no, Scarlet, no. That's going to be... Yeah, that one you're not going to come back from. I mean, in her mind, this is probably just a completely legit play. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's one item there. You've got no reason to go back for it. Yeah, the Fire Rod can literally be anywhere, almost anywhere else. You've got to come back here to finish Ice. The play makes perfect sense. It's just... It's really unfortunate that it's not the right play. Yeah, Rando can be extremely cruel. That just happens. There's just nothing you can do. You know, sometimes you make the play that is completely off the wall and it works out. It saves you. But man, what are you gonna do there? Yeah, unfortunately, Scarlet, when she skips out of Swamp Palace there, she skipped out of the book there in the Swamp Palace big chest. Skipping out of that means that she's not going to be able to get the Fire Rod off of the Bombos tablet. She's going to go everywhere else now. She's going to come back in and finish off Cold Stare. Unfortunately for her, she died to Cold Stare earlier. Now, she's not going to have to hit the switch or anything here. She'll be able to just do Icebreaker through the wall here and be able to speed up this second attempt of the dungeon real quick. Trying to get the 1 frame movement in there. Got it in there, no problem. The 1 pixel movement. And for the person in chat asking where the cane is, hold on 1 second. Right there. And with that, Toplife's going to go ahead and make his way into Turtle Rock. And for him, it's just basically keep things together until you get the pig down, and that should give you game 1. Alright, looks like Toplife starting with the slightly faster strat here of going up to the top right in Turtle Rock, then gonna mirror out of this 1 room here. It's a little bit faster, gets rewarded with a nice half magic. That's gonna make things just even more convenient when you get down to Cold Stare. As Scarlet is going in for round 2 with not with Cold Stare. When you get into Ganon, Scarlet's going in with round 2 for the Cold Stare. And yeah, he's dead this time for sure. Keeps him in the corner there. Takes 1 little Cold Stare puff hug, but that's going to be crystal number 5 for her. But she's going to need a Galaxy Brain going back into Swamp here. Alright, pulls out the flute. Kind of hope that Scarlet goes to 4 here, but I know she's going to go to... Well, that's 3. So, Purple Chest and Hammer Pegs, I'm thinking, is on her mind here. So, I mean, a good thing that she's staying out of Misery Mire. Purple Chest does put her right next to Swamp again, so... I mean... There's a chance. Gonna check Graveyard Ledge as well here. But yeah, this is Scarlet desperately looking everywhere to find that stinking Fire Rod. Toplife's making his way nice and smoothly through this dungeon here. Gonna be looking for another small key out of the back here. There is a small chance that you can run into the situation where you kind of go ahead and set this up to go mode the back of Turtle Rock, only to find out that the small key was in the lava. There was a small key in the lava chest and a small key in the big chest. Now, if you do that, it means you have to go pretty much the long way around. As Scarlet, yeah, of course, she's going to be heading directly into Misery Mire right here. Alright, top life, first chest. Doing bootsless laser skips to show off. And finds that small key. Okay, so that's going to get him directly to Trinex right now. He has that powder in his back pocket, so if he wants to make sure that he gets his full health restored before the fight, he can do that. But I kind of imagine, thinking in his mind, he still has a fairy as well. So this is just purely, hey, let's just go directly directly to the boss. I need to get going. And after this, we do kind of play a game here on SpeedGaming networks. Here is get your numbers. As soon as Top Life finishes this off, we'll go ahead and toss some numbers into chat there. Numbers between 1 and 22. Where you think the GT big key will be today. Top Life taking care of business here, no problem. We don't have a bot here. Maybe you'll be able to get a prediction if somebody's still awake. Ooh, Top Life very early there on the swing, so he's going to have to do a little extra work here with Trinex. And takes him down anyway. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, go ahead, get your numbers into chat there. Numbers between 1 and 22. Closest, if your number is, if you are right, you're going to basically get a pat on the back and maybe a cookie. Oh, another problem of not having the fire rod for Scarlet. She's got to do this Mire cutscene chest, the room right before it. She's got to do it by pushing the blocks and then lighting the lamp. Oh man, Scarlet started off having everything go her way, and then when she took that cold stare death, it just things kind of just piled on, and it's real. That's just really unfortunate what's going on and happening here. Last chance to get your numbers in there for the GT Big Key guessing game. I'm gonna stop that as soon as Top Life gets into the tower here. As it turns out, the cutscene chest today had a shovel, so there's one more thing for Scarlet to check. Nice hammer dash on Scarlet's side. She gets the big key there, so she'll be able to head back to Vitreous. Hopefully be able to see a pretty nice Vitreous kill on her side at least. And that's gonna be... which was that chest number... to be honest, chest number I wasn't counting. I was watching Scarlet, unfortunately. Like I said, chest number 7. Thank you there. It looks like Top Life just gonna deal with the go Hope Room and then left strats here. I mean, there's lots of different options for dealing with GT. Everybody's got their own sort of way to do it there. Pretty much all of them are good. Scarlet just getting nailed by everything right now. Alright, we're going to get into Rando Room over here on Top Life side. I want to say this is like 11 through 14 usually. And And there it is. There's going to be big key. I want to say that was number 12 or 13. 12? All right, I'm seeing a lot of people say 12. I am going to agree with you. As topplife is going to make his way into the gauntlet here, and Scarlet still working her way towards Vitreous. After this, I'm really not sure what else she's going to have left to check. As puts on that cape, so she's going to go with just the easiest possible way to do Viddy here. And yeah, yeah, there goes all of his little eyeballs, and just going to shoot 8 arrows into the large eyeball, and down he goes. This is going to get her second pendant. Unfortunately, not what she's looking for. I think at this point, she's going to have to try to play for... It's on Ped, right? Okay, through the first room of the gauntlet over on topplife side. A nice Stalfos kill there, pretty well done. Oof, getting bullied here a little bit by the Beamos. Gonna get a quick look at what's sitting here at the shovel spot for Scarlet there. That's just 3 bombs, so that's unfortunately not going to help her either. Topplife going to take a second here and go ahead and refill a little bit. And now I know what he's going to try to do. He's been doing this a lot lately. So he's going to lay down this red block, and he's going to try to kill all of these at the same time. Didn't quite get the RNG for it there, but got 2 of them on the same thing. It looks so sweet if you get all 3 of them at the same time. It's a really nice strat there, especially because with the way that that little shooter down at the bottom can really just mess with you there, it's really fantastic. And yeah, sure enough, yeah, Scarlet's Russian Ped at this point. So just a quick reminder, this is only game 1 of the series between these two. It looks like topplife has got this one pretty well in hand here, but there is going to be at least 1, possibly 2 more games between these two. Actually, there is another one between these two tomorrow here at the same time. At the moment, it doesn't have any sort of restream attached to it here, but we'll see if we can't get something going with that. We'll have to see what's going on. There's a lot of matches going on all throughout the day here on SpeedGaming series of networks here. Immediately following this one, we're going to have a match between Humbug and NY Rambler. They're starting at 9:10, so that's going to be about, say about 25 minutes from now. And then there's going to be races going on all throughout the entire day. So just, keep everything here. Don't go anywhere, and just sit back and enjoy the day of Rando, as there goes Moldorm 2 over on topplife side. He's heading to Aga 2 and gonna go ahead and put a bow on this thing. Right. All right, there it goes. Aga 2 is down on topplife side. Scarlet takes down our friendly Helmasaur there. It's got her mirror out. She's going to go pull Ped. Now, here's the big question here. Is topplife going to finish the pig before Scarlet pulls whatever's on Ped? All right, going for the one-on-one. Ooh, taking a trident to the face there. Getting quite possibly the best Ganon setup there. That nice top right area. Gonna give it an extra slash just to say how bad the seed was. As Top Life takes a fire bat to the face there. Still has a fairy, so this shouldn't really be an issue. Does get a couple of fire bats here. All right, Scarlet making her way to Ped. Got all 3 pendants going up into the air. Going to pull out the holy 3 bombs. The holy hand grenade of Antioch. All right, so moving on. Top Life going ahead, gets Ganon to turn blue there, gets the torch glitch. And now we're just going to have to wait here. It's going to be 12 sword spins here to take down Ganon. That should be number 3 for Top Life, I think. All right, all the way up to 5. There's 6. Nice triples here. Nice consistent setups. Missing that one as soon as I said something. And yep, there goes Ganon. So go ahead, get your GGs into chat for Top Life as he takes down Ganon. They're gonna just have to walk across this bridge without any sort of issues here, and that will give him the win in game 1 of this best of 3 set there. That is a finish for Top Life there with an official time of 1:36:39. Get your GGs into chat there for Top Life. Great race ran by him. Scarlet, of course, immediately, moment that she saw that, went ahead and just tossed in a forfeit as well. Really, really great race run by both of those, and it looks like Top Life just decided to fly immediately into the commentary booth to keep me company. Dude, I have been talking for an hour and 36 minutes. How you doing?
You're doing alright.
Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, is there something problem?
Oh, sorry, but sorry, Top Life. Not able to hear you right now. I see you lighting up, but I'm not actually able to hear you. You can hear him? Oh, okay. Maybe it's me. Oh, sorry. I hit the volume on my thing, bud. Sorry.
Okay, it's alright. That's right. Alright.
So that was a crazy, crazy thing. Seed there. So were you scared at all that Scarlet had gone ahead and jumped over to the to Hobo at one point, got that hammer?
One point, it wasn't just the hammer, it was everything. The boots, the mirror, yeah. But this was like, yeah, so you're telling me there's a chance type of seed when I pull out the fire rod.
Yeah, that was nuts, honestly. Just seeing just watching that entire seed there, Scarlet had such a strong start. And
oh, I heard she also skipped the hammer, so it wasn't perfect.
Well, no, it wasn't perfect, but she had the boots for 25 minutes longer than you did at the beginning there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the thing about early mushroom, blah blah. But when the whole world opens, I'm not usually the one to stick around for the mushroom.
I don't blame you, honestly. I mean, it's one of those things, you make that early check, and you if you don't do it immediately, you kind of say, I'll do it later when I get the flute, and you did. Okay, chat has got to know, what's your problem with Sasharala?
I didn't.
What's your problem with Sasharala? What's your problem with Sasharala, man? So somehow, dude, You
Oh,
managed to turn in the
I
green pendant and never opened the back.
oh, I didn't go there after Eastern Palace.
No?
Ah,
Yeah?
well,
Yeah,
that's a whips. That's
yeah,
the servant of a loss right there.
yeah, that's a thing right there.
Whips.
I mean, what are you gonna do though? You know, sometimes those things kill you, and sometimes it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's a huge mistake. Yeah, it's probably because I usually do social before Eastern, so it's probably I use like I try to do these time saves all over the place, and then it's messes with my how I usually route, and then muscle memories, I think.
Yeah, no, both of you guys had at least one or two moments where it seemed like you guys were checking around, and just kind of reverted to old states there. But I mean, to be honest, both of you had really strong play. Like the biggest thing was Scarlet took a death to cold stare, and
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, it was rough. It was ice from the ceiling nailed her there down in the bottom corner, and that was all she wrote. Like the moment that happened, it was just kind of like, oh, that's really hard to come back from.
I guess she didn't have the fairy yet either at that point, or
Oh, you
did
could
it
see,
go
yeah,
somewhere?
no, she was rushing through the Aga Tower, and man, at some point there, she just started taking too many hits from the red guards, and got kind of caught. Went to go pick up a heart there to save herself, and ended up having to use her fairy. So she didn't have a fairy when she dropped into Cold Stare, and then it just got caught in the corner. And next thing you know, she was, I was saying something. I looked down and saw the red screen, and it was like, oh no. But no, I mean, both of you guys up until that point were just had fantastic kills on more than a few of your bosses there. You guys were really entertaining to watch.
That's good there.
So tomorrow, same time, eh?
Yeah, same time.
All right. Anything you want to say here? We've probably got to clear this channel here pretty quick. We got another race coming up here in 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Anything you want to say there, bud?
Thanks for the restream. Nice comms as always from you. I'll enjoy watching it back. And thanks for everybody watching.
Well, thank you for the race there, bud, and also big thank you to Scarlet there and GG's. Unfortunately, deciding not to come in and join us today. Hopefully, get to see her maybe game 2 as well. Yeah. Well, this has been a ton of fun here, guys. Like I said, we've got another race coming up in just about 10 minutes. It's going to be Humbug versus NY Rambler here on Speed Gaming 2. There's also another race over on Speed Gaming 3. That's going to be Shady Force, the crazy, mad Moldorm bouncer himself against McLagging there. That's a game 2 or 3, it looks like. That's a game 3. And then there's games for the rest of the day. We've got a possible doubleheader between Ninban and Walter the Fourth there at starting at 12:10. There's a game between Illis and Matt 7898 there at 2:10. One Up versus Relkin at 5:10, and ending the night is some goober going up against Wayne. Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do what we can. And anyway, everybody, big thank you to everybody behind the scenes here making this work. Sigma getting us set up there. Big thank you to my tracker today, Aku Haish there, clicking the buttons behind the scenes. My name's been Dazed Cloud. Thank you for joining us today, and we're going to see you probably in like 10 minutes for NY Rambler and Humbug. Take care.